Hey guys, Fat Basement Dweller here, back for another round of Feed the Beast Ultimate. This is episode number 9. Yeah, so I'm going to need to re-familiarize myself with this world since I haven't played it since the last recording, which was a little while ago. And that was due to some personal issues and problems with my ISP bandwidth uploading, so I couldn't upload any videos. But I'm back now, and hopefully for good. And there's a sand block in the middle of my entry room here from, when I was demonstrating the minium stone last time. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't done anything with this world, so you haven't missed anything. I need to collect more Zicorium blocks so I can keep building out my little fortress here. And today we need to start getting better organized. I think I decided, I said last time I'm going to use the blue room to be my machine room because I like the color blue, and it also is facing that Buildcraft oil geyser, which we're probably going to use eventually. And I think I've decided this is going to be our storage room because it's our loot, green, money, coal, hard loot, yeah. So I guess I'm going to get some chests made up for now because I really want to have an applied energetics storage system, but as usual, that's getting way ahead of myself. So, and what is going on with this chest? Uh, okay, so this is empty, so I'm going to pick it up, bring it in here. And it's kind of hard to decide how we're going to do things without this finished, but I think for now we'll just start by putting some chests along this wall, and I'll move the crafting table in here, I guess, project table, and I'm going to have to figure a way to get the what few machines we have made up and put them in here, and how we're going to power, run, and wire everything. Put maybe our put industrial craft machines over here and thermal expansion and build craft machines over here. I don't know yet. I haven't thought this out completely, as if you can't tell. So yeah, we need to start moving all our junk up from the cobblestone monstrosity up to here. But don't worry, I'll do that off screen, so not as to bore you guys too much. And obviously, as usual, I'm behinding my mining, so we need to do some of that too. But I think I have a plan for getting some more of that automated before we are up to our quarry yet. So we'll see if I have the materials to do it. So let's see. We have our iron up here, enough iron to make another chest. And that's the upgrade. So I'll just do this. So why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Why you face that way? I dare you, do it again. No, I didn't think so. So I think we're just gonna have a line of chests, the old standby setup until we can collect enough materials to get the applied energetic system going. Because I don't think we have nearly enough quartz to get even started with that, since it's supposed to be a mid to end game type build thing. And yeah, I think I have some more back at the shack, but not nearly enough to even try to get started with that. I'm gonna resist the urge to get that far ahead of myself. It's hard for me, but I'm doing my best here. So let's see. This is from our last mining trip down in that cave system that the turtle found for us. I do remember that much. I got plenty more stuff back at the shack, so let's think this is going to be our metals chest. This will be our gems and dusts chest. So I'm going to put our zirconium stuff in with the gems chest for now. And our lapis. And I think I'll put the uranium in here too, since we haven't compressed it down to ingot form yet. I guess we'll need another one for wood and organics and mob drops, but you know, I'm not going to do that all now on camera to bore you guys. So let me go and start bringing all my stuff up to here, because I want to get out of that cobblestone monstrosity and start at least get up to here. May need to start filling this in more. Do I have my jetpack on in case I fall? Good. So need to maybe just start filling this in with cobble or brick for temporarily until we get enough to expand this out to the zirconium material, just so we can get our machines and wiring and stuff at least up and running. So yeah, as soon as I get all the stuff up here, I'll be back, and I have, like I said, I have a plan for getting a little bit of automated mining going, assuming we have the materials. So see you guys in a minute. Alright, so I'm back, and we're a little better organized now. Got some item frames on some plain iron chests here, and be able to at least be able to find everything, even though it'll all be manual going in and trying to find everything. And it took a while to bring all that junk up here, but in the long run it'll be worth it. Brought the machines up over here in this room, and this ugliness here is just temporary. I needed somewhere to put the engines and the power infrastructure. They're going to have like a tower here. I think I've said this before, but it's going to be made of the Zycraft materials. I just don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet. Like maybe half blue, half red on this side. I don't know if doing it in white will look good, or half and half will look. I don't know. I've never tried this before, and I'm not really that great at making things look good. So we'll see how it turns out, but just want to let you guys know that's just temporary. And so let's see. The first thing I need to do is make a fabricator, because I'm tired of crafting everything by hand. And 1.5 is going to spoil us, since we're able to do that in just about any crafting table. But until we get to 1.5, and I'll get to that in a little bit, some comments on that. But let's make a fabricator. Need some engineering blocks. Should have enough stuff left over for that. And let's, do I think of it, take a look at our materials here. And I've got quite a bit more than I thought. Especially got quite a bit of iron. Well, you know, for me, for the early game, quite a bit for the amount of mining I've done. And got some tin. Don't have a whole stack of copper though. That's going to be a problem really soon, so I need to take care of that. We're up to 18 diamonds thanks to our fortune pick, so we do have enough diamonds to make our quarry now. We just need to get through the Greg Tech barriers now, and hopefully in this episode we'll get through at least one more step of that. And most importantly, I have one ender pearl, which is going to help with our mining problems, solving the issues we had before with when I tried to auto mine before we had our quarry. So back to the fabricator. You need zirconium, 16 zirconium. We'll use the black stuff, since I don't think I'm going to be using that to build the fort here. So let's grab that. And think I have just about everything else, but we need to smelt this stuff, so this is going to get annoying real fast running back and forth until we have the logistics system up and running, but until then, just going to have to deal with it because I don't want all the chests and everything in the same room as machines, because this room's going to fill up fast, especially once we get our industrial blast furnace. And I don't know if I'm going to bring the coke oven and railcraft blast furnace up and put it in here or not, but I'm going to have to move it over here eventually and put it somewhere. So yeah, this room's going to fill up real fast. And we need 16 of these, so while we're waiting for that, talking about 1.5, I've been talking to a couple of my friends, and we've been talking about starting up like a multiplayer server series, but we haven't been able to decide whether just to stick to 1.47 or go to 1.5, because Feed the Beast finally has a 1.5 beta pack out. Unfortunately, it's missing quite a few mods, even ones that have been updated, and one of the major mods hasn't even been updated to 1.5, let alone 1.52. And some people are speculating that it's not going to be updated at all, because basically, other than one little blip, I've heard nothing from the mod author. So we'll see, but apparently people are giving up on that particular mod, which will be unnamed. You guys can easily figure that out if you're already working with these mods. So we got 16 yet? Not quite. Running out of power here. And let's grab some fuel from over here and so yeah, we haven't decided, but I really want to get started on a multiplayer series. We're going to start fresh on a brand new world and see how it goes. Hopefully my ISP will continue to cooperate as it has the past couple of days. So, come on, 16. Riveting entertainment, I know. Alright, there we go. Back over here. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen this already, but if you haven't, you're in for a treat, because these things are awesome. So I guess I didn't need quite that many. Oh well, we'll use them eventually. It's always good to have more than one fabricator around. So the great thing about these things is, combined with NEI, we got basically an auto crafting machine that will pull from adjacent inventories without redstone signals or anything like that. So let me show you. What we have to do is pull up the recipe and hit the question mark, and it'll automatically pull from an adjacent inventory and make these blocks. It pulled all of these crystals from the chest in here, and these are the blocks, by the way, on the floor here. The bricks, the walls are made of something different, but I don't know how big this room's going to have to be, because once we get the energistic system going, we're not going to need a whole lot of room, and we don't need a whole big sorting system like we kind of would use with these chests or other things. So I don't know. I'll just for now I'm going to put these back in here. I'm probably going to turn them into bricks because we really need to get these walls and ceilings up instead. But alright, now that we have our fabricator, we can make things a bit easier. And the next thing I want to make is an MFE. So grab these, and I'm going to skip right over the bat box because bat boxes suck. And one little, I guess it's an exploit, but I don't really have a whole lot of qualms about using it because it's thanks to Greg Tech that this little cheat is here. We need energy crystals for MFE normally, which are normally made out of diamonds and redstone, but thanks to Greg Tech and Red Power and the Forge Ore Dictionary, we can use a ruby instead. So just need to get some redstone out of here. And we need a little bit more. Alright, so we got our energy crystals for our MFE. And we need some gold wire and a machine block. So I'm going to need to cook up some more iron. So I need a whole bunch of refined iron. I haven't even gotten started with industrial craft stuff yet, so I have none already cooked up. So let's go ahead and throw that in there while we make our wires up. And I'm going to sleep real quick to reset my spawn point here, since I moved the bed out of the shack and haven't slept yet to reset, and I don't feel like respawning at the beginning spawn point. That would really stink if I forgot to do that. Alright, so while we're waiting for the iron to cook up, we need to make the gold cable. So need 4 of those. So grab some gold here. And okay, great. So again, the only thing with this thing is you have to be careful or it'll make a lot more than you really intended, but again, we'll most likely use this eventually. And I've mentioned this before, but since it's been a while, I'll mention that you can use this Mine Factory Reloaded rubber in place of the IC2 rubber, because I haven't found any IC2 trees yet. Granted, I haven't done a whole lot of exploring because I'm not really an explorer by nature in this game, but yeah, thanks to Mine Factory Loaded, we got some rubber to use. And what else do we need? We waiting on that iron, right? So that's all we're waiting on. How much have we got going on over here? Yes, I have my jetpack on. Okay, great. More than enough. And we'll make up quite a few of these, as many machine blocks as we can here, because we're going to need them for the other things we're going to be making here shortly. So, and just hit that, and boom, we got our MFE. I love this thing. If you guys haven't used these fabricators yet, you really got to check them out. So I'm going to just plop this thing right down here for now until make another ugly platform or something over here for our energy infrastructure here. So yeah, this is another thing I have to remember. But right now this red X here says mobs will spawn on this. If you have all these mods installed, all you have to do is hit F8 to turn this on and off. And it'll tell you if you've got spots in your base where mobs will spawn. So just gotta remember to watch out for that. So I guess I'll just stick a torch here for now until get some more of those iCraft lights in the walls and ceilings going on. So mobs will not spawn on these blocks, but you gotta watch out. They will spawn on your machines, chests, project tables, and other things if you're not careful. And I have that F8 setting on just to remind me of that, because I will forget, and then I'll end up with a creeper up here. So, alright, I need to charge my tools up, so let's throw some charcoal, coal in here. And I don't have an IC2 wrench yet. Great. I guess it's a good thing I don't really need this output yet. Let's go ahead and throw my drill in there because that's dead. And while we're waiting for this to charge up, let's make the thing that we need to get our auto mining going while we do other things. As you might recall, if you watched the episode where I was talking about mining turtles, we tried to get our mining turtle going. It wouldn't mine after we left the area because the area unloaded. We're going to make a chunk loader now, so we need our one measly little ender pearl for that. We're going to need some gold. And a couple diamonds because we need an enchantment table. So let's... I don't think I have enough obsidian. Nope. Short to obsidian. Alright, I'm going to get some lava and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back and got our igneous extruder filled back up with lava and water, and I got some obsidian made. Just enough for now to get our enchantment table here, so back to enchant table. Yeah, this really makes you lazy, but it's great. So, and chunk loader, chunk NK, very good. You go in there, you go in there, and you go in there. Great. So we've got our chunk loader now. So what we're gonna do is head back over to our turtle and get it mining, and then we can come back here and continue working on our stuff while it gets our stuff going over there, and we don't have to mine manually, or at least if we do, actually we do need to mine some manually for something in particular, but for general resources our turtle's gonna dig up that wasteland for us, at least for now, until we get our quarry going. And if it takes much longer, I'm probably going to make an army of these mining turtles instead. I forgot just how frustrating getting to the quarry actually is with the Greg Tech hard mode on, but again, that's why I don't feel quite as bad about using what's probably that exploit with the rubies and energy crystals, because you know, revenge for making solar panels and quarries and everything else that much more difficult to get. And you can see all those red X's down there when we get close enough to the ground, saying yes, mobs can spawn there if it's dark enough. So go ahead and hit F7 and turn that off so we don't have to look at that, because you know, we don't need to know that right now. How's my jetpack doing? Alright, still more than half power. So, it's a good thing we got these things waypointed, because I never would have remembered where this was. got some stuff in here too, mostly cobble, but I've got some good stuff in here. So we do have even more than I thought. Alright, we're gonna have to put the coal in the turtle though. So, and it's getting dark. Great. So we're gonna have to actually we're gonna need to move him, so let's see if we I left my drill up in the charger. I've got the pickaxe here, so see if we can do this without him falling down the shaft there. Great. So I guess we can just put it on this side and let it dig through here. And I don't think these will refuel. It's been so long since I've done this, I don't even remember the commands for this, so I know it's one. Okay. There we go. So, of course, now I have to remember how to get out of the Lua prompt. Just looking around, and we see all these creepers spawning behind us. We know one's just going to get close enough to come and blow us up. So, is it? Great. Alright, so put him next to the chest. So if we run the excavate program, it should know where to put all its junk, and hopefully that coal was enough to get it through at least this one. Excavate 5, what was it? Okay, so I think you can go up to 7. I'm not sure what the max size for the parameter for the program is, but did 5 over here, so I figure we do 5 here. Then we'll have to move this chest, I guess, or we can maybe put it here. It can run here. Not sure yet. But what we need to do is put this chunk loader down and get out of here before we get blown up. So put it here for now, and the interface here, if we turn on the lasers, it'll show us what it's going to keep loaded. So we really don't need a big area right now, since this is all we need loaded, and it will load from the top of the world all the way down to bedrock within these bounds of these lasers showing. So once we leave here, this turtle should keep going at least until it runs out of fuel. So, and if we wanted to, we can actually turn it down. Yeah, leave it on 2. We don't really have to worry about lag with just me playing on here. So, yeah, let's get out of here. And we can come back and see what our turtles mined for us later. Bonsai! Alright guys, I'll rejoin you back when we get back to the fort. Alright, so I'm back in the fort and collected my drill, recharged my jetpack before I forget and fall to my death. And so, just about time to call it an episode, but I don't want to quit without getting one step closer to our first goal here. And that's, of course, getting our quarry. So, the last 2 machines we need are the industrial electrolyzer and the industrial blast furnace. We need titanium for the advanced diamond drill, or at least the diamond drill, because the Greg Tech modifications. So to get titanium, we need to electrolyze bauxite, which of course we don't have any yet, which is why I said we have to go mining earlier. Because I don't think the turtle's going to find any in that wasteland biome. But we electrolyze the bauxite to get the titanium dust, but we need the industrial blast furnace to be something hot enough to actually cook up the titanium dust into the ingot form, since the railcraft furnace can't do titanium. So those are the two machines we need to get still, and right now we're going to make the electrolyzer because I believe we have enough materials to get that part done. So the industrial electrolyzer, we need an IC2 extractor, an electrolyzer, and a magnetizer, and some advanced circuits. Do have some glowstone, right? From our nether trip, yes, good. So we need some of that. I need some redstone, and I need copper. A whole bunch of stuff here. So let's make our extractor first. So we've already got the machine, got a couple extra machine blocks. We need tree taps. So 5 each, right? So we need 20 planks. And the circuit. Okay, let's go ahead and craft these up manually because we're running out of room in there. These are easy enough to make. And redstone. Right. Come on, bring me back the advanced circuit. There we go. And we got our extractor. Need another circuit for that, so need what, one? Don't need a circuit for that one. Need some tin for the cells and some more wire. Do we have enough rubber left? That's the question. Got enough for the 4 wires, but I think we're going to run short here. Some tin. Yeah, that's another Greg Tech nerf. We only get 4 cells for 4 tin instead of 16. But there is a way to get tin from just about thin air. Not quite, but close. Later on, I'll show that to you if you guys don't already know, but we're going to need a lot more infrastructure before we can get to that. So, we got our stuff for this now. Great. And we're going to need to build those iron fences, which is 2 of those. And we need, we get 12, so we only need 6 iron for that. So I don't want to make too many of those because they're otherwise fairly useless. And just a redstone and a machine block. So we need one more machine block. Oh, I just did it anyway. There you go. Again, you got to be careful with that. Even though I took the stuff out and put it back in with the recipe still there, and it made the fences that I didn't want. So I think we can grind them up and get our iron back, but oh well. But the bigger pain is I'm going to have to cook up more refined iron now. So thankfully only a few. See, now a lot of people would cut these derps out, you know, the big YouTubers, but I think they're funny when I get to see them. So hopefully they're amusing to you, even though they're kind of annoying to me, but you know, all for the audience, right? So hopefully that's enough. Otherwise, we'll have to go back and get that again. So, all right, let's get rid of this before I end up doing that again. So this is what we want. So throw that in there, and what are we short on? Oh, it looked like machine block to me for a minute there. So we got the 3 big machines. We just need our advanced circuits and some more iron now, refined iron now, right? So we need 3 more to make our advanced circuits. So yeah, we're going to need some more rubber. So I'm going to have to go back to the shack and collect that. And I'll be back after I do that. Okay guys, I went back to the cobblestone shack monstrosity where I had planted all those Mine Factory Reloaded rubber trees and gathered up a stack here. So this should be enough to get us through the rest of this build. So let's go ahead and make some more wires. We're going to need to make a lot more than that eventually, but for now it's enough to get us through. So we need electronic circuit. Picked up this from the furnace on my way back, and let's see, just got to put the redstone in here, right? Okay, just need to turn that into some advanced circuits. Yeah, I know. I'm lazy. I don't even feel like typing it out. Okay, what are we missing then? Got glowstone. Oh, I just don't have any room for it there. Herp derp. Okay, so now we should have everything, right? So, boom. Our industrial electrolyzer is finally complete. And once again, other than in crafting 70 iron fences, this thing saved us quite a bit of aggravation, because that's just a lot of crafting to be doing by hand. So for now I'm just going to stick this here, I guess. Gonna need to build a wrench and turn this thing, and then build all kind of infrastructure in here. And this is where we actually put our product to be electrolyzed. And we can also put some empty cells here for outputs that require these. But these are 4 outputs. So between these 2 inputs, we can get 4 different outputs from what we put in here. Like with what we need with our bauxite dust, we're going to need to put in here. We're going to get some titanium dust, we're going to get some aluminum dust, or aluminium as our friends across the pond would say. And let's see, and we get also some hydrogen gas cells that we can use for power production in a gas turbine. So we may want to look into that as part of our infrastructure in the future. And speaking of infrastructure, we definitely need to get to working on some, because this thing consumes a lot of power. And I mean a lot. This MFV isn't even going to be enough. Even if we filled it up, it's not going to be enough to run this thing. And it's certainly not going to be enough to run this and the industrial blast furnace once we finally get to that. So we're going to need to upgrade this to an MFSU, and probably going to need more than one MFSUs to constantly run this in the blast furnace. That's how much power these things can consume. And they need to be on separate circuits because they both suck up so much power at once that you can't run them both at once if they're on the same circuit line without having an attached MFV on each one. You'll see, it's crazy. It gets crazy. So let me put this torch back here before I forget and get a creeper spawning up here on us. So, yeah. In this episode, we've got a fabricator made. We've used it quite a bit already to help us out. And, of course, we got our MFV, so we finally got an easier way to charge up our IC2 items without having to wait on this generator all the time. And most importantly, I think we got the chunk loader made, so we can run that turtle while we're over here doing stuff or mining ourselves to double our loot output. And finally, we got our industrial electrolyzer going on. So we're one step closer to that quarry, although we're more than one step left remaining, even though we only have one machine to go, because, as I've said already, we have major power issues, so we got to get our infrastructure up to par here. So I don't know how long that's going to take or how much of it we're going to do on screen. You guys let me know what you want to see and what I should do next. But one of the things I need to do next is mines for some bauxite, because we need bauxite dust to put in this thing. And like I said, I don't think our turtle's going to find any in that wasteland biome. Bauxite is very prevalent in forest biomes, which I believe would include our autumn woods biome here and our frozen woods over here. So that's probably one of the things we're going to do next episode, as well as work on getting our energy production up to par. And hopefully our turtle will get us some more Zycraft materials to build up some walls in here, so don't plunge to our untimely demise one of these episodes. I don't think I've died yet in this world. You guys, I'm sure you'll let me know if I'm mistaken, but it's long overdue, so yeah, probably very soon. But yeah, that's the plan next episode. So if you guys want to see something in particular, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.